Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hayden Cole, and for today's video we are going to take a quick look into the game on Saturday against Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Penn State Nittany Lions on NBC November 22nd this Saturday at 6 p.m. Should be a really fun matchup. Nebraska coming into this game at 7-3, while the Penn State Nittany Lions are coming into this game at 4-6. Two pretty different seasons. Nebraska is really finally figuring things out with with newer coach Matt Rule. Penn State, on the other hand, dealing with their firing of decade-long coach James Franklin, and a lot of turnout has happened with that, and just obviously the season hasn't gone their way completely. So without further ado, a couple quick stats that I wanted to brush over here that I think could really be game changers in the game. Take a look at Penn State's offense. Overall, very lackluster, very poor offense, because they are very one-dimensional. They're forced to be one-dimensional because if you can, take a look at their passing games. 114th in passing yards per game is not going to get it done. And even when they're asked to run the ball, 63rd is still middle of the pack, and especially for a team like Penn State, who has some really talented running backs. That's not really too great. And then obviously points per game, it's been, it's been like, again, middle of the pack, especially for a team like Penn State. Now, when it comes to Nebraska's defense, if they can find a way, any way, to limit Penn State's rushing attack, obviously it's going to be tough. They're sitting at 93rd. They have not been able to really effectively stop anybody this year on the run. But if you can find any way to limit that Penn State game or run game and make them pass, look out. Because do I think Nebraska's passing game is legit top 5? Maybe, I don't know, but it's for sure those numbers are real enough to where you can say that they're a great pass defense for sure. And I think if you can, like I said, you can find any way to get Penn State to become a passing team, I think Nebraska can really take advantage of that. They're not giving up a lot of points on defense as well. And on offense, get Emmett Johnson going. Take a lot of pressure off of the freshman quarterback, TJ Lateef, who did have a really nice game against UCLA, but this is a different environment. This isn't where 20% of the stadium, even when you're on the road, is going to be just that, the opposing team, while the other half is, or 80% is Nebraska fans. That's pretty much what it was last week. Take the pressure off him. Give it to your Heisman, contending running back and Emmett Johnson, and let him work, because if you can do that, you don't obviously put the pressure on a freshman quarterback, and you can really get things going. Now, a couple quick little tidbits that I wanted to look over. Penn State's third down conversion is not too great. They're only converting about 40% of the time, while Nebraska's defense is, on offense, are converting nearly 50% of the time. So they're really clutch when they need to be on the drives. Both teams avoid getting penalized. Very well coached teams. Penn State ranking 8th, Nebraska ranking top 20. Also, another thing, red zone defense has been a real struggle for Nebraska. If there is the biggest weakness on defense besides the running game, it's that. Anytime that a team basically reaches the inside the 20, you can just pretty much guarantee points 95% of the time. And then also Penn State ranks 90th in the FBS in time of possession. They don't like to hold on to the football a lot, and that's obviously been with just their poor offense. They're punting it a lot. And then Nebraska averaging 40th, which isn't too bad, about middle of the pack. Those were a couple tidbits that I wanted to run through for this exciting football game happening on Saturday. Make sure to check it out. Going to be on NBC. But without further ado, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I will be back for another game preview later down the road. Thank you.